Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the zoo. My name is Reckless, and today we have a quick video for you here. We are starting off on the new section of our zoo into our mainland Africa section. Today we're kicking off this part of the zoo with our Gemsbok enclosure. So the Gemsbok are native to the south of Africa and the more desert regions of the Kalahari. So this part of our zoo is meant to represent the desert of the Kalahari in southern Africa. I modeled this to kind of be representative of like sand dune kind of looks with like big dunes pushed up by the wind and stuff like that. That's kind of what I was going for with this habitat here for the Gemsbok. Going forward, we are going to be moving into Central and Northern Africa. We're going to have a African safari as well as a wetlands section of the zoo for animals like the hippopotamus and the water buffalo as well, the African water buffalo. So that's going to be coming next for you guys. So make sure to stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see that. As of this point in time, I have started on a kind of an ambitious little scenery addition to this section of the zoo, and that's in trying to recreate Mount Kilimanjaro in our park, albeit a much smaller scale. But basically, if you look at the map of Africa, the Kalahari Desert is in the southern region, and that's what we're building here essentially on a shrunken scale. North of that is Tanzania, where Mount Kilimanjaro resides. So to separate this desert area that we're building here for our Gemsbok in their habitat from the rest of our African section, be it the wetlands and then the savanna later on, I decided to put this giant mountain. So you'll see that in the next video we have coming out in probably a couple days if my schedule holds up the way it has been. So I'll try and get that out to you guys as soon as possible. But getting back to the Gemsbok habitat here, I wanted to create, as I said, like the Kalahari desert type feel, but with this awesome little oasis. I had this image in my mind of like a desert oasis that these Gemsbok have flocked to get water and escape the harshness of the desert. That's kind of the way my thought process was going here. These Gemsbok have traveled across the desert of the Kalahari to seek out the water of this oasis. And I was actually quite surprised when I was looking at source images for like Kalahari Oasis. The oasis in the deserts, like the oasis that exist there, are super lush around these water sources, right? And I mean, it's amazing how life just springs up around these water sources. Just in the absolute middle of the desert is like this lush forest. And I mean, you can search Kalahari Oasis on Google and see for yourselves. It's like, it's not just a couple trees here and there. Like the entire banks of the oasis is lush, thick foliage and just bushes and palm trees and everything just sprouting up out of the desert around this water source. And I thought it was just the coolest thing. So initially I had planned to just have a couple little trees here and there around the oasis, but when I saw these pictures I was like, well, hey, if this is what they really look like, then obviously I'm gonna do that. You know my love of trees and plant life and everything that goes along with it. So I just went buck wild with all of the plants around this oasis, and I think it turned out pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. But make sure to let me know in the comments what you guys think of this oasis and the Gemsbok habitat in general. I think it's a pretty cool little sanctuary for the Gemsbok here. They don't really fit in with any other animals. I was thinking about like putting the lions in with the Gemsbok, because some lions do range down into the Kalahari and they do hunt the Gemsbok and stuff like that. Also, the African wild dogs are a predator of the Gemsbok, but not so much in the desert region. So I struggled with if I was going to add a predator to this habitat, and I decided against it. I decided to just keep this desert type area kind of segregated for the Gemsbok. But also, thanks to one of the commenters on one of my last videos, as you can see, this monorail track that goes around this habitat is no longer there. One of the last viewers pointed out to me that you can actually make a point-to-point monorail system, so that's what I've done. You'll see it a little bit later in the video, basically bringing the guests from the center of the zoo down into this African lowlands habitat, and from there I'll have the safari truck take them deeper into the wetlands and stuff. You'll have to stay tuned for that. But I do want to let you guys know that as of now, we have set up our official Discord for the Reckless One Gaming official Discord. I want to give a huge shout out to the Gaming Gecko. He has put in some fantastic work getting our Discord server all set up for us to use. Anyone who wishes to join it, I'll put the link in the description. Feel free to join us in the Discord. It's brand new, so come in, share your pictures of your zoos, share your parks. I'll be sharing my pictures. We can all kind of get inspiration together and, you know, just share our love of this fantastic game. So again, huge shout out to the Gaming Gecko. This young lad did it free of charge for our channel here. He's eager to help out, and I just want to give a huge shout out to him for being so helpful in getting that set up for us. I'm really appreciate it, because I am nowhere near tech savvy with as far as this kind of stuff goes. I'm pretty new to the whole Discord thing in general, aside from just chatting with friends. So again, go check out the Gaming Gecko, give him a like on any videos he has, let him know that you heard his name here and you're thankful for the Discord that he set up for us. So again, thanks, buddy. In addition to that, going forward, I am currently shopping around for a graphic designer to design some stuff for my channel, some branding type things, be it intro videos, banners and icons and stuff like that. Just I want to, you know, I want to do this professionally, and I want to have something that you guys can recognize as my brand and my videos. So when you see that thumbnail pop up in your feed, you'll hit that watch button right away, you'll smash the like, and you'll come and stay tuned for future episodes with us. So that is coming. I know right now I just have the generic YouTube picture, and I think that's what's been holding the channel back from like exponential growth. I mean, the growth has been absolutely fantastic so far, and I want to thank all of you new subscribers, 1 million, for coming and being part of the family. But I think that's truly what's holding the channel back from being taken more seriously, right? Is having that sort of branded look of banners and an icon to represent my channel. So if any of you are into that sort of thing, be it designing graphics or intro videos or anything like that, feel free to, you know, link me to your stuff, and I'll consider you for the work I need done on my channel here. So if you want to self-promote on this video, please do so. I am shopping around for someone to do all this stuff for me, so shameless plugs are more than welcome in this video. If you are a graphic designer or a video, I wouldn't even know what you would call it, like a intro video person. You guys know what I'm saying, right? So drop your stuff in the comments and let me know if you want me to take a look at your work, and we can perhaps work together to make this channel look a lot better. Yeah. So basically, with getting back to the video here, with this Gemsbok habitat, I wanted it to be kind of a transition from the upper central area of the park as like an intro to where guests would come into the African section of the park, completely separate from the rainforest area that we did in the last few videos with the gorillas and the chimpanzees and everything like that. I wanted to keep the rainforest as kind of a highlands in and of itself, and then have the rest of Africa be connected in like a safari area that all connects amongst each other, if you get my drift. So the Gemsbok are situated under the hotel that we built in the last video, and the cool thing is that the guests are actually coming into the hotel to view the Gemsbok. Just basically the way I position the section of the barrier, it essentially the guests view the hotel as like a viewpoint into the habitat, because the habitat barrier comes underneath the hotel. So it's pretty cool that, you know, we are getting that foot traffic. That was something I was a little bit worried about with the hotel, is that it was just going to be like a ghost town, right? That's why I put those shops in there that you saw in the last video. But it's working out fantastically. The guests are coming in there to view the Gemsbok, and that's kind of what I wanted, right? Like, people staying at the hotel would view this area of the park, and then, you know, they can head down on the monorail when they wake up in the morning or what have you, right? Just a little bit of you know, my theming for this park, if you will. This little canteen area here, I've took off the workshop. I know some people don't like me taking stuff off the workshop, but I'm sorry. I mean, like, if you look at this, it works. It's exactly what I wanted. You know, it takes me hours and hours to build shop stuff. I'm just not good at it, right? Like, the hotel was the biggest and best thing I've done so far, and, you know, it's coming along, and I'll get there. But I mean, like, just look at this place. This is fantastic, right? So I plopped this down for the guests to come down on their way to connect via monorail into the safari, what do you call it? The safari truck or what have you. So I added a little bit of flair to this area to create like a little picnic setup, so guests can come down, get some refreshments, view the Gemsbok, and then from there they can head out into the rest of the Africa Park. So either way, I hope you guys like this Gemsbok setup that we did here and our Kalahari desert reproduction. Stay tuned for the next videos to see some pretty ambitious builds. If you're looking forward to that and you are liking the videos, please do subscribe and hit the like button on the video. It helps me out a ton. You guys know all the YouTube stuff that we gotta say to you, but it really does make my day when you guys comment and when I get those subscriber notifications. It truly warms my heart that you guys want to be a part of my journey. So thanks again for tuning in. I'm going to leave you guys with some cinematic shots of the Gemsbok habitat, and I hope you enjoy it. As always, I'm Reckless, and I'll see you in the next one.